Okay, so this week we're moving on from adding and subtracting fractions onto multiplying fractions and dividing as well. But for the first few lessons, it'll be multiplying fractions. Today it's multiplying a unit fraction by a whole number. Okay, so a unit fraction is one of something. Yeah, it's like 1/3 or 1/5 or something like that, and then we're multiplying them by a whole number. And I thought I'd start just by showing you this little image, just to kind of have a think about it and to try and see what we notice. So you can probably see these are split into fifths. Okay, so that one whole is 5/5. What I've done here, I've got 1/5, and then here another fifth's been added, 2/5, and then this one 3/5. Okay, so we've got 1/5 plus 1/5 plus 1/5. Okay, and that would equal 3/5. Okay, and I just want you to kind of have a think about how else we could write that. What do you notice, yeah, about these 3/5, or 1/5, add 1/5, add 1/5, and 3/5. You can have a pause, have a little think if you like, but I shall move on. What we've actually got is 1/5, but repeated 3 times, yeah, or repeated addition 3 times. Okay, and if you have a think, how could we write that? That might bring you very quickly to think what I've actually done there. I've added it 3 times. So what I've actually done is 1/5 multiplied by 3. Okay, and it's given me 3/5. Okay, so already what you might want to do is have a look at that and just kind of look how it's kind of worked across from 1/5 times 3 equals 3/5. I'm going to put a nice couple of eyes up here just to tell you that you see what you can notice, see what you can find out or look for. So we've just done 1/5 times 3 equals 3/5. We could also do 1/4 times 3 equals 3/4 or 3/4. Okay, we can even do 1/6 times 3 equals 3/6. So what you might be noticing already, yeah, is a relationship across. Okay, so you've got your fraction, your unit fraction there, your numerator is 1, the number you're multiplying by, and I've kept it simple for now, the same one is 3, and our answer is 3. Okay. And same here, we've got 1/4, and we times it by 3, and our numerator here is 3. Okay, so what you might have noticed is that the denominators are not changing. Okay, and that's because we're multiplying by a whole number. Okay. As multiplying by a whole number. Okay, so you can see 1/5 times 3, which is this one here. Yeah, your denominator is still fifths. Okay, but it's the numerator you are multiplying. So just the top part. And 1 times 3 is 3, so that gives us 3/5. Yeah, as you can see on that image. And then 1/4, but 1 times 3 is 3, and it's 3/4. Okay, so these denominators are not changing. okay, which is obviously very nice for us to work with. Okay, so, and that even works. What if it wasn't a unit fraction? And this is actually what we move on to tomorrow. What if it was, let's go 2/5 times 3. Okay, so if I move over to here, if we had 2/5, and then we added another 2/5, okay, so already we've got 4/5 there, 2/5, 4/5. Okay, so we need to part there, but then we go over the whole, don't we? Yeah, and we've got 1 extra 5th. Yeah, so 2, add 2/5. Okay, so that will give us 6/5. And again, you can see it still works. 2 times 3 equals 6. But our denominator doesn't change. Okay, so kind of the method is when multiplying a fraction by a whole number, and I'm sure you can finish this sentence off probably, by a whole number, you only multiply or times the numerator by the whole number. Okay, and that's a really nice starting point for us for the rest of this week for when we're multiplying fractions. So if you can keep remembering that it's just repeated addition, alright, but it's just now written into multiplying, and when you're multiplying a fraction by a whole number, you only multiply the numerator by the whole number. Okay, and just let's do one more. Let's go. 1/5 times 12 equals, if we follow that rule, yeah, so we're multiplying a fraction by a whole number, our whole number is 12, you only multiply the numerator. Okay, so 1 times 12 is 12, and our bottom number is 5th. Our 5ths, so we have 12/5. And some of you from this week will already recognise that is obviously improper, and we can convert it to a mixed number, but you don't have to. Yeah, if we had to simplify we would do it, yeah, but you don't have to, okay, because it's multiplied by a whole number, and you've not got mixed numbers in this part, okay, but some of you might want to do that anyway. And from that we know 5's go into 12 2 times. So right, we see. And then we add a remainder. 2 times 5 is 10. So we add a remainder of 2. It's 2/5. Okay. But again, goes a bit against last week, but at the moment, because we're doing with this 12/5, that is correct. Okay, this would also be correct. The answers for this week are written in like this, okay, in improper fractions. Okay, good luck.